Yep, it is. Go ahead and click on it.
All right.
You guys are on. Thanks. Here's
Hello.
your scoreboard.
All right, so we're just one camera for now.
One camera.
Checking.
All right.
Keep it on two. That's Liam. Thanks, boys.
Good afternoon, hurling fans, and welcome back to the Wisconsin Rugby Sports Complex out here in Cottage Grove, Wisconsin. Today we have the second installment of the Windy City Hurling League, where the Windy City Hurling team is here to meet up with the Junior A Madison Hailstone Hurlers. So we have some great action on tap. We got the field extended from the Camogie that you saw earlier on this channel. So we got the probably about an extra 20 yards on each end. And as I told you in the earlier broadcast to watch the white flags on the side, now you're going to watch the red flags because those are the flags for the guys. I am here with Liam Jones.
It's an honor to be here,
my
Craig.
Broadcast partner, and he's multitasking by operating the camera here today, and he'll be providing some commentary for us here as well. We'll be working one camera unless we get somebody to work the second camera, and then we'll introduce you to that assistant as well.
Maybe
But
we can get Ian up here.
Yep. In the meantime, as the respective teams warm up and get their muscles stretched, and thank you to Bill Jones who set up all the AV for us here today. He's making his way down to warm up with the team as well, as he will be instead of your broadcaster, he'll be your goalkeeper, so you get to listen to me. And there's still a Jones here. You get to listen to Liam as well. So you are in for a treat. I think this will be a fantastic match. Earlier, were you down there in Chicago, Liam, when we played them in the first match?
I do not believe that it was. Is that recent?
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago. Yeah.
No, I don't believe that I was. I was told that I would not get any playing time.
So we played down at Gaelic Park, met this Windy City, which is probably at least an intermediate and possibly a senior level team. So this will be a big test at home here for Madison. But the match was tight. We played a pretty good team, close. Got an early jump. We're in the game throughout. It was definitely a 60-minute game, and hopefully the little bit of the home field advantage and having all hands on deck today will make it a closer game.
Will that be a 60-minute game here?
I believe it's a 60-minute game. I don't know what we have to set the clock, so
okay.
When we see our ref,
I'm guessing that's 2 30-minute halves then.
Yeah. When we see our ref out there, we will ask what to put on the clock, and then we will know the length of the match. But it'll be at least 50, probably 60. It's a hot day. I mean, now it's...
How close was it when we were down in Chicago?
I don't remember the final score line. If it may be out on the Facebook somewhere. Somebody might have posted it out there. But I know that this Windy City team, the other team in the Windy City League with us is the Chicago Michael Cusacks Club, and they, Windy City, put a pretty good scoreline up on the Cusacks, and I do know that Madison played a lot tighter on the road down there.
Solid.
And hopefully we will see
some
good up and down action today in a tight match. And
by the looks of it, by the looks of the warm-ups and everything, these guys definitely look like they know what they're doing. They look young. They look like they've been playing for a long amount of time, and right out of the gate, they were definitely skyballing it.
Yeah, they are definitely a young, fit group. Madison, we're a fit group too.
I mean, they're young
might
and fit, but we're
might
fit.
not be as young as these guys, but hey, experience counts for something, right? And it looks like our referee will be Marcus Kennedy. By the looks of it, he's got the whistle. So we will see if we can find out how long the halves are going to be here. Excuse my yelling into the mic. Hey, Marcus, Bill, what's the length of the half? 30? Thank you.
All
That's
right,
what we
that
thought.
is confirmed.
All right.
30-minute halves.
Yep. So it'll be on a what we're looking at an 88-degree time or a 88-degree temperature at throw-in time. Probably won't change much in the next 10 minutes before the game throws in, and
it's gotten a lot cooler in the booth since the beginning of the day. However, out there it is still absolutely scorching. We could only hope that a cool breeze rolls in for the playing teams.
Yes, and there was a little bit of a breeze out there. I just finished reffing one of the camogie matches that preceded this, and the breeze, I think, saved a lot of lives out there, including mine as the official.
Especially those teams that are going back to back. Oh my goodness, I would not be able to do that.
No, it's almost the worst part of it is you take 10 or 15 minutes between games and you
It's like, all right,
just
get
get
back.
rested, and then you're like, man,
I can't do it, I guess.
it's just enough time to say, you know what, I could get in my air-conditioned car and drive home, or I could go up to the beautiful bar that we have
here
right
at,
below us with a great view
yeah.
of the field.
Rugby
and just
complex.
Say, I'm going to chill and just watch because it is hot. So a lot of credit to all the guys out there for this upcoming match and all the ladies out there today that really gave a lot of effort.
They're
to
definitely
play
going to need to be their mind and soul, body and physically and in a good headspace, because you're going to have to really need to keep running after you're, falling apart, burning hot, and possibly down,
Yeah.
Do they have more players in does the Windy City have more players than the Hurlstones?
It looks like they've got a pretty full squad. I mean, I see probably 20. You see 20 guys out there in the blue and white stripes? I bet you it's close to 20. And I see 0 Hailstones, but I bet you they're probably
I mean, they're somewhere.
probably down in the shade, which is a good place to be right now, for sure. So, how much of the camogie action did you get to see today, Liam?
I got to see every single game. I got to film every single one of them, and specifically the last one, I believe for the entire second half, I got to film and commentate over alone up here.
Okay, and what did you? What did you think of? This is the inaugural Madison camogie tournament.
I am aware. It's very exciting. This one, however, I believe is actually not very climactic, as even though everyone is very equally spread apart onto all the teams, red is definitely a opposing force in this. They have handily won both of their matches, but ever since blue beat highlighter, I'm looking forward to their comeback story.
Yeah, so we're gonna look at probably a blue-red final. Is that what what it's setting up to be for
blue and highlighted
camogie? So that's great. As our Hailstones have emerged from the locker room, and they will be taking the pitch here, tugging out in the white Carey-sponsored Junior A intermediate / basically the A-team kit. So thank you, as always, to Carey for your ongoing sponsorship and these sharp-looking jerseys that our guys will have on today. And the Hailstones getting ready to go here. A little bit of commentary on the wind, which I think is kind of coming in to be a factor. Look at those, Liam zoning in on the flags here. You've got a south wind, so the wind will be blowing directly toward one of the goals, and one of the teams, whoever has the first half, the wind will have an opportunity to get out in front a little bit and build a little bit of a lead, because it'll get tougher. I mean, I would say it's about a 20-mile-an-hour wind, which will knock things down.
However, it appears that the Hailstones are on the correct side for having a bit of a tailwind if they are able to win this coin toss that is going on.
Yep, and that'll be a big deal. Now I think with the speed of the wind today, there's a lot of guys out here, both sides, that it's not really gonna matter. Like they're gonna get their points regardless.
It appears
it's not a gale force. It's not a hurricane.
Yep.
We could use rain would really cool us off.
Still useful, however. It appears that the Hailstones have in fact won that coin toss and are in fact starting with that strong south wind.
So an advantage, slight advantage early on for our Hailstones here, and excited about. I didn't get to see the one down in Chicago, Liam. Neither did you.
I did not.
I'm excited to see these teams match up. Regardless, I think, of what happens today, Madison will have 2 matches left against the Chicago Michael Cusack's Hurling Club. So it will just be a matter of, it's got to get it. You win today, you still got to get a win against the Cusack. So this is not the championship game. That will be played. The Windy City Hurling League Championship will be played, I believe, on August 7th down at Gaelic Park in Chicago, which is also the site of the USGA Finals this year, where Madison will be sending a couple of different teams. And it looks like we're about to get started here. So I will I just hit submit for the clock when he throws it in, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So very exciting right now. We are having the first throw in of the match right now. Which side is which? Oh, I think we actually lost it. I think we're over there.
Yep, we are into the win for the first half.
Whoops, okay, so I take back what I said. There was a bit of a miscalculation. Hurlstones are currently fighting into the wind. Maroon going from left to right.
It's just all about where we were warming up on that side and then ended up switching. So Matt Daly will be starting in goal. Is that correct?
Our knight in shining armor. Yep, I believe that is Matt Daly. Good start, knock from mid to forward. Currently instantly putting pressure on the Hailstones. Caught by Matt Daly, sent right back out down to mid. Collected by Windy City. Doing a good job passing around.
Good solo run there, and I believe the shot will be
no good.
Wide. Yep. So still no score early on here as we begin our first 30-minute half of the match. And that is number... I'm trying to see his number for Windy City, but he launches one from midfield. I mean, really about 65 meters out.
Launching it from mid, it in fact did go in.
It did. And it's a 1-0 score, 1 point for Windy City.
We've collected by Brian Murphy.
Taken away by Windy City. As good defense there. Keeping them outside. That looked like a charge to me, Liam. I don't know. He pushed the Madison guy with both hands. As Windy City with that was a great pass to the
launches it
inside, and that's going to be another point.
And that's a good point.
Windy City. So Windy City with the early 2-point lead, as we've played about 2 minutes here in Cottage Grove. Puck out from Matt Daly. Puck out is won ultimately by the Windy City Hurlers, as number 12 takes it outside, and I believe that will be a wide ball. Looked like it was pretty close, but it was a wide ball, so we will puck it back out.
Solid defense, I believe, by Johnny, covering number 12. Or number 2.
12.
Is that Johnny?
Right. Yep. I have a tough time with black on blue colors as well. 22,
collected.
Good pass.
Hand pass to Benji. Of course it's Benji, so he goes for the shot. Puts it right in front of the goal and is collected by Windy City.
And Windy City looking to work it out of the backs here. Good control there by, I believe that's number 5.
Donald hot on his tail, getting his stick in there.
Donald taking it away, yep. And now going back the other way with the
hand passing it to the enemy team.
Yep.
Just happens to go over the shoulder. And oh my goodness, I cannot believe that that's a point.
So early 3-0 lead, 3-point to nothing for Windy City. as Matt Daly pucks it on back out to the mids. And Donald doing battle against two guys, and you're going to get a call from our referee, Marcus Kennedy, a little bit of a grab in the back there, I think. So he caught the jersey, and we're going to get it free into the wind.
See how far this goes.
So wisely sent into the forwards, but intercepted there by Windy City as they clear it back out to midfield and out of the far boundary. So it'll be a sideline cut for Madison.
Also, apologies for anyone watching if I can't quite catch everything on my camera. We typically have two cameramen. However, it is just up to me with the
great sideline cut. Puts the ball into play. It's taken away. Good hands by the fullback for Windy City there, just getting it out of trouble as he clears it out, and battle there. Kept alive, I believe that was Benji. Or no, this is Benji now, as he gets it inside, looking for Ross Dunford. It's good to see Ross today, as Windy City takes it away again and controls it in the backs. And they're looking for their guy. Good close on defense there. I didn't get a list of the numbers, and we're just far enough away for me to not recognize everybody. So sorry, I'll pick it up here as we go along. As Windy City now, what a great move to get open space, and it's off the crossbar and still alive, so no score. As Matt Daly clears it safely back out to that's Murphy, right? Brian Murphy.
They all kind of look like Murphy. They all got beards.
Maybe that. I don't think it was, but again, it's a ways out. So sent back for another point for Windy City.
We should get a number list.
I don't know, Liam, what do our Hailstones need to do to get on the board here? What do you think? What are you seeing early on?
The number one thing they have to do is start collecting it when, I'd say just start sealing it, because the Windy City has definitely had a lot of domination over the ball right now. Collecting it, having it, really just never ever giving it up, never really having an opportunity for us to steal it back. The second that we really do start fighting for it and landing our passes, I believe we get in the lead.
Yeah, very, very quick hands they have in the backs. You know, like you don't get much time. There's Brian Murphy. That's Brian, and he will take a look for the point.
Maybe going for the cheeky goal. However, completely failing.
Full forwards are playing way up here.
Yeah.
We gotta maybe move those guys.
Ooh, right out of the air.
And cleared nicely out there. Back to Brian. Brian looking inside, back outside to Ross. And Ross, that looks like it's right on.
All around.
Yeah. And that falls short. So the wind is really, you saw the two shots that were really just kind of knocked down that looked like they were on their way in. So that's going to be a factor here today as well. As Benji looks back out. And another attempt at a point that's going to go short and wide.
We've had 3-point attempts all in a short span amount of time that just haven't really quite made it there. I'm not sure if they're attempting to go for a goal or what.
I think once you get them up, there's just enough wind that once you get them up there, they're just kind of getting knocked down. Because, I mean, I don't know if you see it, Liam, but off the stick, they look like they're right on. Like they're right straight.
I feel that.
And I think the wind is holding them up a little bit. So, what the Hailstones need to do, as Johnny makes a nice clear there, what the Hailstones need to do, I think, Liam, is just kind of reassess the range and, know where you have to be on the field in order to convert those points.
Really understanding that headwind is very important to nailing these points, and in such a close game already, in such a short amount of time, it really does come down to points. So,
yep. Against an opponent that is going to take their points when they have them.
Exactly.
So a wide ball by Windy City. So we get a little bit of a lull in the action. Equipment. One of the Windy City lads tying his shoe. I tried these laceless cleats, Liam. They're the Adidas Predators, and they just for hurling I would not recommend. I'm sure they're great shoes for
Do
other
you not
sports.
tie them?
Yeah, you don't have to tie them.
Oh.
Sometimes the laces on our boots, especially as temperatures change, they just, especially in indoor, I'm tying my shoes all the time. I hate it.
Basketball, like professional shoes, just have Velcros.
Yep. The old kangaroos from the 80s. As Windy City carries it in,
Oh my
that's going to be a
gosh.
goal. That was going to be really difficult to stop once he got ahead of steam heading toward the goal. And now it's a 1-4 lead for Windy City crew. So Madison with a little bit of work to do to get back into this one. It's a 7-point deficit, not insurmountable, as Brian Murphy looks
Here's
to
the solo.
go a little bit about that. Back to Ross down in the corner. And Ross looking middle as Windy City clears it out again. And a good run by number 11 to calling for the ball. And, his back had it. He called for it. He got open and made the play and passed it back out into the half forwards, and it's another score.
So the shot makes the point. Daly looking for the open man. Launching it right down to mid. I believe that's to Dunnell.
Yep.
Quick turning, nailing it. Just going straight for the forward. Without any real thought. Covered by his man. Windy City steals it. Launches it right back to mid. Recovery, going for the point.
And it looks like the Hailstones are on the board. Oh, it's just
wide.
it's
wide, however.
Yep.
Have Hailstones really not scored yet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Got to get on the board. We are now just over 10 minutes into the match, so 20 minutes left in the first half. And we've got Windy City here with a 8 and now 9-point advantage. So Hailstones looking to get it going, but we got to give a lot of credit to Windy City. They're getting space.
They practice for this.
Yeah, they're getting space, and when they have the space, they sense it, and they send it over the bar, and that's been the majority of their scoring. I mean, they
plan and then execute.
So, but we knew that this would be a tough match. So it's intercepted. The puck out's intercepted again by Windy City, and we're gonna get a hold. So I believe that's gonna be a free in. So Windy City will have a free as there's a little bit of a grab there. Pretty easy call for Marcus Kennedy to make. And that looks like a point.
Unsurprisingly.
Yeah. I don't think, Liam, that this is going to be a squad that you want to give up frees to. My early observations.
Yeah, I believe that as well.
I know I have a keen eye for stuff, but that one's probably anybody's observation.
Yeah. Any sort of foul equates to either a free point or a free goal. So.
But hey, we're trying to do a quality broadcast here, so the obvious observations are,
they're important.
We got to be right once in a while.
Absolutely.
So we'll take the obvious ones when we can. That's a long way.
That's how you get more than 6 viewers.
Yep. Things are going well on the broadcast. They got to get a little bit. Bill Jones is.
We were at 7 or 8 viewers, but now we're down to 3.
People are listening to us and tuning out. Bill, if you need a hat, in the refs room, my Hailstones cap is on my bags. Yep. So there's a score for the Hailstones on the board, and he paid a price. Donald did for that score as he got hit in the arm, but he converted. And at last, the Madison Hailstones have drawn.
Here's the comeback.
Drawn blood. And well, hopefully that score by Donald, great effort, gets us a little bit of a momentum here. And I'll try not to say us. I'll try not to be a homer because I don't know. Maybe there's some Windy City folks out there listening, and I'll try to keep it fair for everybody. It is a hometown broadcast, though, so excuse our
apologies
bit of favoritism.
Apologies if I've been saying us.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to do, and
as my dad has brought up all the computers and equipment to be filming this, I'm kind of a hailstone at heart.
We are glad if you are tuning in, Windy City, any of the significant others of the players or family members, friends, we're really glad to have you listening, and we're glad to be able to bring you this broadcast, and mostly we're glad that your lads are up here playing with us.
Oh, shit.
So let's just put it on the record that, if we do favor our guys a little bit, we are really grateful for you as well. And you're playing great.
And you're winning.
And you're way ahead. Yeah. As another win in the midfield for Windy City, taken away nicely there by I believe that's Benji from a distance, hard to tell. Brian Murphy looking there to clear it out. It does so well. I'm sorry, that was not Brian Murphy. Everybody looks like Brian Murphy.
I was about to say, if you have a beard, you look like Brian Murphy.
Might be heat exhaustion. I don't know. So let's see. Cleared it out again. Oh. That was Benji with the knockdown.
Launches it.
We know him. And it's going to be a wide ball. So we're about not quite halfway into, we're just over halfway into the first half. And we are still at a 9-point lead here for Windy City, as Ross tries to remedy that by sending it into the full forward line. Donnell chasing it down. Donnell in the corner looking to make a move here. Well defended, but that's going to be a score. And Donnell gets on the... Oh, they called that wide. I thought it was over. That's why we're not the umpires. So it looks like did we have a foul there that predated the
Not very
wide?
certain. Bit of confusion going on the field, as well as in the box.
Yep, we did. We had a foul, so it'll be free. Yep.
So point did not count for Dunnell. However, he is getting a free here.
Yep, and that one will count.
Unsurprisingly, takes the point, does not go for the goal.
Yep. Well, there was from that distance, and there was no traffic in front, so that distance you definitely take the point. That's
launches it across the field,
and that's going to be one thing I've noticed today, Liam. From last night when we were setting this up, the field has really gotten fast. Like even from last night, it was nice and green. The hot weather today has, you look down the middle of the field and it's really dried out.
Yeah, I agree. Didn't they recently replant it and try to fix this?
They did, and the field is in great shape. It's, Mother Nature is in charge, and it gets a lot of water. It got a lot of water last night.
Even rain today, I think, or last night.
But one thing that I will tell you is it's going to be really fast in front of the goals because where they really water is on the regulation rugby pitch. So you can see that it's green within the rugby lines.
However, on the outside,
in front of the goals where they don't water, it's fast.
Got to be really looking for the rollers into the goal.
Yep, the ground hurling is something to look for.
No grass, all dirt.
As Windy City extends their lead back to 10. And 10, I think, from what I remember, that was about the deficit when we played them on their field down at Gaelic Park. Oh, that might have, I don't know. He carried that a little bit. No
Turned
steps
it right
called,
around,
but
sending it up.
That's going to be pushed wide, it looks like.
Wide.
As the Madison keeper, Matt Daly, looks for a slitter here, and the puck out coming
Launches
out
it
toward Ross Dunford. who handles it nicely on the hurl, but he's double covered. Just great recovery and reaction by Windy City. They knew they saw Ross was getting the ball. There was one mark on him. Another guy came over, and they disrupted that. Even though it was a clean puck out, a great puck out right from Matt to Ross, the defense was on him.
I don't think Donald got it to his hand. I think it was interrupted before that.
Yeah. I mean, they closed really quickly on that. So a lot of credit to the guys in Carolina Blue out there, the Windy City Hurling Club, as the sideline cut comes into Johnny with a great look to Brian Murphy, who's wide open, and Brian misses just to the right. I mean, that was probably a wind-aided wide, because Brian had a great strike at that one. As Madison disrupts the puck out, but it does clear back out to Windy City for a pretty wide open take. That ends up wide.
Wide, however.
Yep. So.
But the wide.
Do it again.
Yeah.
As we await the puck out from Mr. Daly into.
Bounce off of Donald's hand.
Yep. And now you can see the heat kind of slowing some guys down, like the number of steps to get to the ball appears to be increasing as we get 20 minutes into this half. We can see some legs slowing down a little bit, getting tired.
Yep. Still a reminder, absolutely fuming out there. Very, very hot.
Yep, we are in the middle of summer, and we're still at 88 degrees out here as Windy City sends it in. Pretty easy pickup there by the goalkeeper, Matt Daly. Good little toss back out to his fullbacks as it's not undefended, though, as Windy City closes quickly. Knocked down there nicely by the Windy City guys. And they look for, they're just looking for their points. And to the benefit of Madison, they kind of lost early on. Windy City was nailing everything point-wise, and they've kind of lost their feel for the bar.
Very quick start, however, as of right now.
Yeah, the quick start is really that's the difference right now.
In comparison to their shots at the beginning, very much slowing down.
As they push another one wide. But I think we know what Windy City's game plan is, and that is if you have some space, take your point.
Absolutely.
And that's just a great telegraph there by number 11 to intercept the puck out, as we're going to get a little bit of a hold there, so it's going to be a free. But give credit to number 11 there.
Yeah.
He saw the puck out coming and got a step in and took it away.
For the past 5 minutes, Windy City has been shooting over and over and over again, just outside of the box here. I'm not sure if they've been getting puck outs or what, but there have been a large amount of shots in the recent small amount of time.
They have. And
I'd say about 5 minutes.
They break their unlucky streak there with a point.
Absolutely.
And now take a 11-point lead. It's 1 goal, 9 points to 2 points for the Hailstones, as the ball is sent down into that very hot, dry corner.
Good puck, finally sending it down to an offensive striking position.
Yes, sir.
However,
and Windy City's got some space, and they take the point, as we have seen them do dozens of times already today, and that one sails wide. Yeah.
Daly
good look
going
by,
to the right.
Unfortunately over, but picked up there by 22. Is that Benji? Yeah. And there's Donald with the pickup. The ball passed in very nicely from the halfback line. One bounce to Donald O'Donovan, and Donald gets his 3rd point of the match. Donald O'Donovan, all the scoring for Madison so far. Up at the full forward line. As that one's, Windy City tried to take it away. Chased down by Madison. A little bit of a scuffle for the ball there as Windy City comes away with it again. Very long take. That was probably from about
far.
70 meters out. And it is ruled wide. So Madison gets some breathing room again. Sends it up as we approach the 6-minute remaining mark here in the first half. And Windy City, they're taking their points. They're doing what you do when you have a pretty comfortable lead, which they do right now. I mean, it's a 10-point lead. It's a 9-point lead. But you take your points and you try to expand on that as a long pass comes in. Donald picking it up. This could be a goal. And it is!
A goal by Donald O'Donovan.
What a great pass out from the backs.
That was either from Daly or
Johnny, maybe?
Johnny, I think.
Yeah.
That would be a dynamic duo.
Yep.
Johnny and Daly. Or Johnny and Donald.
As Windy City pucks it back in. But good to see the Hailstones in the goal column as Windy City tries to chip away, come back at Madison with that. It's taken away by Matt Daly. Sends it back into the midfield. A little bit over the head of Brian Murphy there. Windy City bringing it back. Just off the hand of number 12 there, who's played a great game. I think he's done really well all game long so far for Windy City as John Kenny picks it up, gets it out of trouble, and unfortunately just a little bit short of an advantage for Madison.
Over there.
Oh, that was a good aggressive defense by Johnny. In spite of that, the Windy City guy converts. And we have about 4 minutes left. We have a 12-6 game. So 6 points. In a game that really early on felt like it was going to be dominated by Windy City. It's actually 14. So it's 14-6. So an 8-point match. My bad. But still, a game that was dominated early. They were up by 10, 11, 12 points. Madison has kind of slowed them down a little bit. Kept the momentum on its side, and another goal.
Whoa, I believe that there was a whistle
believe the
called.
play was dead. Yeah, I thought I heard a whistle. And unfortunately, that really some great passing and great ball movement there in the forward line by the Hailstones is not going to count. I did hear a whistle, but I will say, Liam, early on.
I did hear a whistle.
Earlier when there's going to be a yellow card.
Oh my, really?
So I'm trying to think if there was a yellow against Windy City, there probably should have been an advantage called. But I will leave that to the experts.
I'm not sure how much more we could benefit.
But we'll get the point as opposed to the goal.
As opposed to the 3 points.
Yep.
Ugh.
I don't know who took that. Did you see who took that point?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. We'll put it on the unknown. We'll pick it up on the replay.
Oh, I don't think I had him in the replay.
Yeah.
We could ask in the bar later.
Yeah. We can always get that fixed. So we're about 2.5 minutes to the break, and we have a 1-4 to 111 7-point lead for Windy City. Assuming our scoring is accurate, which I think it is. We've been on top of that. We'll confirm that with Marcus Kennedy here at the half. A couple minutes coming up. So Windy City takes their free from about the 66, 67 meters out, and wow, I mean, that was just
still goes in.
A fantastic shot. So we're back to 8. 8-point game. And we got traffic out here as Madison controls it in the halfback line. Out to Ross, far boundary. And scooped into Brian Murphy, who scores! And we have a point for the Hailstones.
Oh, shit. Possibly a goal opportunity here. Oh, never mind. Daly collects the ball, launches it mid. Collected by Windy City, passing to the Hailstones. Collected by Hailstones, passing it backwards. However, possibly going for a mid to forward to point opportunity here. Just
And
a bit wide.
Just going to sail wide. As Windy City looking to set up their offense here as we are in the final minute of the first half, judging by our clock here. Up in the Crow's Nest, the rugby complex. And this may be the final puck out of the half. We shall see. We're in our final 20 seconds here. Picked up nicely there by Brian Murphy. Donald doing battle for it. Donald coming away with it. Donald with time to carry to the goal. He's got a Garrod out on the wing, and it's broken up there by Windy City. Still on the attack is Madison. Madison, Ross Dunford looking to pick up the ball, goes flying, and no call there as Ross goes one way and Geroyd's hurl goes another way. So some action down there as time expires here in the first half, where we have a halftime score.
Absolutely infuriating for him to fight for all of that just for it to be taken right back. Unfortunate for him. You can kind of see that frustration through the flinging of his stick. However, not quite anything called on that. It appears to be a accident. Maybe his hands are a bit sweaty.
Yeah, but halftime, we're looking at a score of 112 to 1-5. So we have a 7-point match, if my math is right.
I believe so.
It's pretty easy math.
If my first grade math is right. Well, it's not that close of a match, but it's still relatively close. I mean,
it's 2 goals and a point.
Absolutely,
It's very doable.
They can get that many points of a lead, so can the other team.
Exactly, and the wind. We talked about the wind.
Absolutely.
Madison will have that advantage. Going
look
here
at
in
the flag
half.
again. It appears that the wind is still going south, and the second that this sides are able to be changed, I believe that a lot of early points were not going in, mainly by the looks of it due to the wind.
Yeah, they were definitely knocked down.
They were put directly up in the air, directly on point. However, just barely short. However, as the sides are able to change, the wind is now going in the favor of the Hailstones. So, possibly a more interesting game, a more close game coming up soon.
Yeah. 2 schools of thought. You take the wind in the first half and try to build enough of a lead that you can just, really clamp down.
True.
And you take the lead against the wind, however, and then you can really clamp down on the points and make them Hailstones. Yeah. So 7-point lead with the wind. I mean, honestly, I would take that.
Absolutely.
I think there's
I would say it's funny how much wind really affects hurling, because in sports such as basketball or soccer, the wind really just, basketball in specific, but soccer more relatively, it really just doesn't really affect it that much. However, in a game like this, when the ball is so high up in the air so often, and for such crucial moments such as scoring points, the wind really, really, really does affect the direction of the play and the chances of points. So, as we switch sides now, possibility of a more close and interesting game is just on the horizon.
Yeah. Well, hope you are enjoying it out here. We certainly are having a good time here. We got our our drinks from the bar. Liam paying back that Pabst Blue Ribbon sponsorship that's been so good to the Hurling and Gaelic Football Club of Madison for such a long time. And on a hot day like this, nothing tastes better. So I personally am done playing and reffing for the day, so I don't know. Like, if anyone's listening that's here at the complex, you could bring me one. I wouldn't complain. You'd probably bring Liam one too. I mean, his is empty. And
I'll be up for it.
I don't know. We should just yell down to somebody to get us a beer. Like, that's the main reason that you guys should be listening out there. So, again, anyone from Chicago who are following your team up here in Madison, welcome to the broadcast. Welcome out here to the beautiful Wisconsin United Rugby Sports Complex. It's a fantastic facility.
Do feel free to leave a live chat. We have live chat on currently right now. Nobody has chatted quite yet, but we would love to speak with you guys and respond to any input that you have.
Absolutely. So we are probably halfway through a short halftime break. I don't know. Maybe they'll give the guys a little bit more time with the heat still holding out there at 88 degrees. As Liam's going to take a break, so I'll do it solo here for the remainder of the halftime here. But we are, again, looking at about a 7-point lead for Windy City Hurling Club. They came out, scored very quickly, took advantage of the wind, took advantage of some open shots, really all over the pitch to get some points early on. But Madison kind of held them at bay for the good middle part of the first half, and then was able to get some offense going, get the ball into the full forward line, and just make some stuff happen in order to really kind of get back into it. I mean, a 7-point game, as Liam was emphasizing earlier in our broadcast here, a 7-point game deficit with a pretty good wind advantage coming up for the next 30 minutes of hurling. So things are looking doable for the Hailstones as they are inside, right below us, right below our booth, cooling off a little bit in the air conditioning, regrouping, re-strategizing. But it really is going to be a matter of taking your points when you have them with the wind advantage. And that's what Windy City's going to try to do to extend their lead. It's going to become a little bit more difficult into the wind, as I think they will see, as the Hailstones found out earlier on as the first half unfolded. So just kind of hanging out with you here. Somebody on the other side of the pitch, Liam, is really enjoying the sunshine, getting a tan, working on a tan. I don't know who that is. Or they've passed away on that far bench. Maybe somebody should check on the well-being of that individual over there. But I think it's just probably an opportunity to take a nap in the sun. Personally, I would do it in the shade. So maybe a wellness check is in order. Who knows?
It's a good thing nobody uses those benches anyway.
Yeah, I know. Those must just be used for rugby. But bang a slitter off that bench and just see if the person flinches. So the Windy City Hurling Club back out from the dressing rooms here and ready for action in the second half as they it's hard to say you're warming up because it's already warm enough to not have to do that, but staying loose,
getting ready.
We'll put it in. We'll call it staying loose. That's
staying
what we'll
warm.
say. That's right. Just cramps. Cramps could be an issue today.
Absolutely.
Any
Any sort of runner's runner stitch, side stitch at all. Takes you out of the game, absolutely.
Yeah.
Same with running a marathon, running anything really. And in a game like this, with just everything is based around running, any sort of cramp really could be detrimental, especially if you're a bit of a star player.
Yes, it's there's a lot that can go wrong out there with the heat. But as I always say when people complain about the heat, there's a lot more in Wisconsin that can go wrong with the cold, the snow, the winter. So
Better than frostbite, you stay around a couple months.
Never hear me complain about a 90-degree day because I know what's coming.
In Wisconsin.
I know what's coming our way in about 6 months.
Yep.
And anyone from Chicago would attest to that as well.
Mm-hmm. Not too different.
It is the tale of two different climates here in the upper Midwestern United States. And I don't know. Just waiting for the hailstones to emerge from the dressing rooms here at the Wisconsin United Rugby Complex. And I think we see our official, our ref, Mr. Marcus Kennedy, treasurer of the Hurling and Football Club of Madison, current board member. He's out there, so I think we're just about ready to resume the action.
All right. So, Craig, what do you think the Hailstones needs to do to really come back in this half?
I think you look at what these guys from Chicago did in the first half early on, and really it's the same blueprint. It's creating your space, taking your steps, getting the ball into space, either through your steps or through your passing, short passes into space, taking your points. Take them when you got them. And as I said, I think you would slip downstairs. Windy City's going to try to expand their lead with points. It's going to be more difficult with the wind in their faces.
Possibly
so they won't be able to. They're still going to be able to get their points, but they're not going to be able to do it as far out as they were in the first half.
And they really were going for those long points, especially with Daly sending them out and Madison just failing to be able to really stop them from intercepting those puck outs. I do believe that the Windy City will be attempting to go for those long-range points, but however, now that they are against a wind that just appears to be picking up, if you can see those three flags in the distance, they really are getting
you can. They're getting pushed toward the north by the south wind, and I'm pleased to say that our person who is napping on the bench over there has sat up.
Is not dead.
So
luckily.
There is a heartbeat. There is a pulse over there, so that's good.
It's the real winner. Who is that?
That's right. So the Hailstones back out on the pitch as we're readying our second half throw-in. And I will get that clock started for you here as soon as Mr. Kennedy tosses the ball in to start the second half of what I think will be a fantastic finish here in Cottage Grove. Windy City Hurling League. This is as good as it gets. I mean, this in the Heartland.
I would say
Upper Midwest.
Two of the best teams in the Midwest.
Two of the best in the country.
Absolutely.
This Windy City team will definitely be a factor. They're playing at home for nationals, so that's an advantage.
Neither of these two teams come close to messing around. Madison has star athletes directly from Ireland, while Windy City definitely has a more overall athletic, younger set of team members. It's a real clash of the Titans here.
It is. As Windy City controls the early throw-in action. A little bit of footing loss there, no call. Probably a good no call there by Marcus. As Madison tries to clear it out, it's picked off by number 17, taking the point into the wind and wide, as it'll be a puck out for Madison. Very early here. Second half. Got the clock going. And we will see what happens as we get down the stretch here. Puck out, trickles through midfield, picked up by Windy City. Nice pass to midfield, knocked down nicely there. Great defensive play as Windy City gets it back. Looking to create some offense. We will see as we're going to get a hold there. I believe Marcus caught John Kenny with a little bit of a grab there along the sideline, but we'll see what the call is. I think that's going to be a free out for Windy City.
It appears that it is a free.
That is the call, and I think this is probably a pretty makeable free.
See if he can get into
Good distance. It's the angle's a little challenging. He puts it into the goal box.
Oh my goodness.
No! Wow! And it
is
mercifully trickles wide as it's.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, look at
Wow. Very fortunate.
Apparently, it is.
It's a 65. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was deflected. I thought it was straight into the guy's hand, like right in front of the goal.
I thought it went wide. However,
Matt Daly
I guess
disrupted it just enough to send it wide off of Madison.
That
So
would have been.
We're gonna get the 65.
Definitely crushing to Madison.
And the 65 is right down Main Street as Windy City opens the scoring here in the second half. And the deficit for Madison is 8 as we await the puck out from Matt Daly. Sends it into the half-forward line where it gets over everybody and controlled by Windy City. They dump it back into their half-forward line. A little bit of contact there, no call. Just incidental. As look at this guy streaking down. Oh, this is a problem.
Oh no!
Yep. They got a guy loose and they converted, took advantage. Good.
No one was quite able to follow their hard forward. Currently sprinting into there, making it a bit of a 2v2 situation where 19 was just absolutely free for that ground hurl.
And a great pass from the wing, right onto the palm. You just, if they connect on that pass, you let the guy get loose. They connect on the pass. There's really no stopping it at that point. True. I mean, he's just point blank, one-on-one with a one small guy in front of a very big net, and I think we all know what's going to happen there. Windy City earning another free and converting as they have jumped out and taken, as they did in the first half, early control. So Madison's got to get that momentum turned around in order to stay in and get back into this match as the ball quickly finds its way into the back corner. Ross Dumford with a little bit of contact from behind.
What was that? And
the call, I believe, was made. I heard the whistle. We got a free out. It's going to be just a over-the-back call. Contact from behind. As Windy City again in control in their halfback line. Madison trying to take it away here. A little bit of contact there, no call. As Windy City continues to control it. Looked like maybe should have been a throw, and yep, Marcus saw the same thing. So we get a throwing the ball. For those of you, if any of you haven't watched much hurling, there's not much that we aren't allowed to do out there, but throwing the slitter with your hand like it's a baseball is one of those no-nos. That's a free technical foul. Free for Madison. Converted nicely by Donald O'Donovan. And Madison gets on the board here in the second half.
Launches it to his forward. However, it appears that it's going out. Apologies for anyone. Camera is not in a very ideal situation Get a
You
bit
kind
of the
caught-
wall of the bird's
Caught
nest
by the
here.
wall. It's in the blind spot here.
Yep.
There's not very many blind spots, but that's one of them. Is kind
Right
of that
side corner is
near
definitely one of them.
near corner. Good good air underneath that sideline cut, but it's ultimately controlled by Windy City, but knocked down. I believe that was by Owen McCarthy, knocking down that shot for another sideline cut for Windy City. Good hands there by number 18, carrying it in. Good hand pass to keeping it inside, keeping it straight on as Matt Daly will knock down the attempt at a point or goal by Windy City. It's controlled, a little bit of contact there from behind, which is always going to be a whistle. So we're going to get a free in for Windy City, which currently is enjoying a 20-9 lead. So they've opened their lead up by about 4 points here in the second half. And we'll see. And this should be as close to an automatic point as you would expect. And any effort to jinx the lad falls by the wayside as he does convert.
He's definitely going to get this one.
Donald sending it in to the forward line. Fast ground there. No chance of catching up with that one. And the speed of the turf
Yep.
catching
Right
up to
off-
Windy City there too.
Right
as,
off his stick, rolls right out.
Madison will cut it back in. Benji. I believe that's Benji, if I see from here. Yep.
Looks right.
Yep.
Maybe he'll sideline cut it in.
It's got a ways to go, but definitely want to get it in the attacking
Right to the enemy.
line. As it's controlled there by number 8 from Windy City, guarded tightly by Brian Murphy. And we got looks like we got a call for steps.
People, yeah.
Yep.
Multiple hailstones crying for steps.
Yeah.
Common complaint.
So Donald, the wind at his back, will attempt the free from about the 65-meter line. Sending it toward the north and through.
Right into the train tracks behind.
So Madison cutting the lead. I believe it's hard to see the scoreboard, but I believe the lead is a 10-point, right around 10. As Madison looking to get some momentum here, and we're going to see another point there. I believe that was Ross Dunford. So good to see Ross out there. So we've got the battery is running low. Liam, do you know, like, is this PC unplugged?
It should be plugged in.
It says
this is supposed to.
It says we might want to plug it in.
Is it not plugged in? Please.
Looks like it's plugged in.
Apologies, we are having some technical
maybe it was
difficulties
just maybe the connection was just a little bit loose there.
Yeah.
So I, by my scoring, have a 18-11 lead. So we're back to the halftime deficit. Great work in the backs there by Madison. We're back to the same level of the halftime deficit. We have about 20 minutes left to play, so still plenty of time. And the whistle blows. I think we're going to get a foul against Madison, which will be a free in for Windy City.
Hey.
Yes.
Is it just taking from that one?
Oh, did the...
Yeah, this one died.
Okay.
Guess I'll just hop on that one, I guess.
The battery died?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to change cameras here. No sweat. We're up to the task.
Yep.
Liam.
This one does not... this one's been recording for 5 hours.
Oh, boy.
Is this one moving? No, it's not.
Doesn't look like it's moving.
Can you move that one?
Yeah, that one's still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's that one.
Yep.
In that case, never mind.
All right.
Excuse me.
So, okay. So we've got a good run here. Madison looking to get get an attack going. Out to Donald O'Donovan on the wing. Donald with the point again, and Madison with some momentum here as we approach. We're still 1/3 of the way through the second half, so good 19 minutes remaining. Madison trimming that deficit down to 8. I believe it's 8. Yeah. I see an 8-point deficit.
I mean, it's not impossible.
No, it's not. There's plenty of time.
Surely.
Yeah. I see about 18 minutes left here in the second half of this Windy City Hurling League match. As the namesake Windy City Club carries it out. Nicely picked up and swept out there by, I think that was Benji again. No, that wasn't Benji. I don't know who that is back there, but again, we're a good distance away. Brian Murphy with, Brian was just not able to quite get a handle on the ball, and he would have had a chance for a good one-on-one run with the goalkeeper.
Absolutely.
But when he saw the defense closing, because the pass came in, I think just a little bit later than he expected it would be, and he lost his balance a little bit. Mm-hmm. So he wisely takes the point that he still had, as we have Shane Fleming may have been grabbed over the shoulder on that puck out, but no call.
Still in.
Yep, still in. Controlled still by Madison, as Donald picks it up, looking ahead to Ross. Ross can't quite get it in the hand, but recovers and will get an attempt and a point. So Madison finding a little bit of a touch here.
Apologies for anyone watching. I'm not entirely sure why the frame rate is so low. I think one of our computers might be running out of battery.
That could very well be.
Which is being charged directly off the Stream Deck. I'm not really too sure how it's not charging.
So a 20-14, and they're